Hi there, welcome to Fire Scoreboard. This is going to be a quick guide of how to just use the app to get this scoreboard out to your audience. So, first off, once you have subscribed, you're going to see your subscription status on your creator dashboard. You have some patch notes where you can see any updates to Fire Scoreboard with the releases, fixes, and improvements. You have some documentation. If you go ahead and click the general documents, this is going to take you to the documentation link, which will give you basically a rundown of how to get started. So you can do things like selecting a game, and this will show you exactly how to use it. If you click the back to Fire Scoreboard button at the top, it will take you back to the homepage for Fire Scoreboard. To select a game, you're going to go ahead and click on Game Selection at the top. This will automatically filter to the current week it is. So right now, the preseason does not start until the end of July. It is currently July 24th as of this recording. So you will see this game. But whenever it is the next week, this week will go ahead and update to preseason week 1. And then you will see the full list of the games. And you have the dates and times of those games. So if you want to use one of these games, let's say you want to do this Washington and New England game, you're going to go ahead and click on View Scoreboard, and this will bring you to the scoreboard. Now, sometimes this doesn't update properly, so you just have to refresh, and it will populate all the information. You see here, you have your score at the top, you have your timeouts, your challenges, your game clock, down and distance. You have some toggles here. You have your commercial break, 2-minute warning, injury timeout under review. You have your penalty selector with all the list of penalties. And then to select the quarter, you do this drop down. For ball position, this is where you specified the possession. So if you click on any, that will change it to the New England. And you can click on Washington to change to Washington. And then moving the location of the ball is just as simple as clicking and dragging on the field. You'll see it turns into a pointer wherever you need to click. So once you are here, go ahead and click the layout selector, and you want to select your layout that you want to use. And then you can click layout preview. It will open it up in a new tab. Now we can see here there's an error message currently because this scoreboard is not active. So in order to use the scoreboard, an admin role must activate the scoreboard. They will have a button here. So if they want to use this game as their current game, they will go into here, click activate scoreboard, and that will move it to active. Now we can see here, if we click on layout preview, now it will display the layout. To inactivate a game, you will just go into a new game and click the activate button. It will deactivate this one and activate the new one. Now, you will not use another tab in most of these situations. So the ideal situation is actually using a browser source through your streaming software. So what you want to do is, with your layout selected, click the copy link button. All right, now once you have your streaming software open, you'll want to go ahead and take that link and then create a browser source. And then we will go ahead and put in the URL. We'll do 1920 by 1080. And then we want to make sure that the source is shut down whenever it's not visible, and the refresh your browser when the scene becomes active. Once you do this, you are going to get a login screen. So we will need to go ahead and log in. So in most of the streaming softwares, you will go ahead and interact. There should be an interact button somewhere, and this will allow you to interact with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right. And now that you're logged in, you may need to restart the source to properly load it in, but it will go ahead and load in the source, and you have your scoreboard active. So if we make some changes here on the scoreboard, it will update our live scoreboard. So if I change the first quarter, it's going to go ahead and populate it through. All right, and that's a basic rundown of the scoreboard. If you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to us. The email for support is support@firescoreboard.com. Thank you for watching.